This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. Victor Valley College gets touchdowns from 7 different players in the first half, building a 53-20 lead that becomes the final score at College of the Desert. Lights went out at the field in Cathedral City at the end of the first half, and the Rams left COD, having secured their 3rd conference victory without a loss. Quarterback Seth Burbine went off script, running for a touchdown on the Rams' opening possession. Tishawn Cleveland broke for a 54-yard touchdown on the Rams' second play. In their next possession, the Rams go on to average 12.5 yards per play this game. Seth Burbine hit Ricky Sampson on a 59-yard scoring play for touchdown number 3. All these action clips of playmakers are from file footage from previous games. Darren Gandy's 3-yard run made it 29-14 at the end of the first quarter. Don Henry caught a 12-yard scoring pass from Seth Burbine. Seth Burbine hits Cale Meisman on a 10-yard scoring pass, Seth Burbine's 3rd touchdown pass of the first half. He wound up 13 for 18 for 191 passing yards. Jalen Gillette's touchdown from 2 yards out capped a 50-yard scoring drive. 4 of the Rams' touchdowns ended scoring drives of 50 yards or more. An Angel Montero Sanchez field goal from 44 yards closed out first half scoring, and as it turned out, all the scoring in the game. The Rams accumulated 426 yards total offense in those 2 quarters of play. The victory, Coach David Slover's Rams, 7th in 8 games, puts them atop the Inland Empire Athletic Conference at 3-0. With 2 games remaining, they host Compton next, Saturday, November 1st. Compton is winless on the year. Then the Rams conclude conference play at LA Southwest, a team currently 1-6 and 0-3 in the conference. This Victor Valley College Sports Report is presented by the Bradco Companies, Joseph W. Brady's Bradco Companies, the High Desert Mojave River Valley's longest-standing full-service commercial brokerage firm. Bradco, ardent supporters of the team's athletes and sports programs at Victor Valley College. Terry Kurtz here, inviting you to join us on Terry Kurtz Online, the half-hour report on High Desert and Mojave River Valley events and activities, entertainment, and history. It shows 3 times daily at 7:30 and 11:30 mornings and 4:30 in the afternoon, right here on Victor Valley TV, immediately following your High Desert Sports Report. It's the most informative and entertaining half-hour of High Desert television today. Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road. Call 760-241-4663 for delivery, drive-through, curbside, or pickup. Down Home Grill, corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road in Victorville.
So.
Bid fast and last. World-class auctioneers. Bid fast and last. Liquidation of government entities, vehicles, firearms, estates, antiques, fine jewelry, coins, and more. Bid online at bidfastandlast.com.
Ready to kick tires, start fires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll.
So.
Valu Quality Truck Bodies. Family owned and operated locally since 1954. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. Valu proudly showcasing teams and community programs throughout our high desert. The Bradco Companies, Joseph W. Brady's Bradco Companies, the High Desert Mojave River Valley's longest-standing commercial brokerage firm. Bradco, leading efforts to improve the quality of life and standard of living for all residents throughout our High Desert region.
Serious legal problems? Don't go it alone. The other guys have attorneys just waiting to blow you away. Contact Iwanzak. Accidental death? Injured on the job? Contact Iwanzak. Business litigation? Vehicle accident? Unlawful detainer? Criminal litigation? Get the proper defense by going on the attack. Iwanzak Law Firm. Trial lawyers for serious problems.
And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville. The Holiday Inn, conference and convention center for the high desert and destination of choice of visitors and travelers to the Victor Valley. Looking back in high desert sports history, Sun Devils ranked number 1 in CIF, Silverado Hawks ranked number 2, entering final week of 2017 regular season play. Angel Ochoa, Marshawn Buchanan lead Adelanto Saints march to a date with destiny for the 2019 DSL title with this decisive win. Granite Hills wins the school's first Desert Sky League football championship, racing past Barstow 52-35. Cameron Smith scored on 2 short runs in the first half, then exploded for 3 long-distance touchdowns in the Cougars' 28-point third-quarter outburst. He carried for 299 yards in scoring the 5 touchdowns. A second unprecedented outcome for a Desert Sky League team occurred, although one of dubious distinction. Victor Valley's 24-7 victory over Silverado results in the Hawks' first 0-10 season in school history. We take this occasion to flash back to classic Diamondbacks versus Sun Devils duels seasons past. Jordan King scores 3 touchdowns in Serrano's 20-14 late-season MRL win over Apple Valley. 2017's landmark slugfest at Snowline Stadium. Serrano wins the Battle of the Unbeatens, defeating Apple Valley 17-7 in a showdown for the driver's seat in the Mojave River League title bid. Jaden Max Dinigal throws 5 touchdown passes in Apple Valley's 47-13 victory over Serrano. Serrano gets 3 first-half touchdowns from Jordan King en route to a Diamondbacks rout of Apple Valley in a Mojave River League battle at Newton T. Bass Stadium. King scores on runs of 44, 4, and 83 yards this chilly, windy Halloween night in Apple Valley. Serrano's 3rd and short at the 43. Jordan King follows a wall of blockers and cuts outside all the way untouched. Serrano's opening possession, a 70-yard scoring drive in 4 plays. Time of possession, 2 minutes, 33 seconds. Austin Williams' extra point ties the game at 7 with 24 seconds showing on the first quarter clock. Serrano's 2nd possession, Jordan King this way. Booming block from 52, Brandon Lebrecht helps spring King for the long gain all the way down to the Sun Devils' 4. 2nd and goal. King the other way into the end zone. Just under 5 minutes remain in the first half. Serrano moves on top, 14-7. Serrano starts their 3rd possession from the 17. 2:52 shows before halftime, 17 seconds and 83 yards later. Jordan King's most electrifying run this Halloween night makes it 21-7. Austin Williams wastes no time getting the Diamondbacks on the board the second half. 57 yards on the completion to the wide-open Tanner Cornell. It's 28-7. Austin Williams sets, rifles it to Eric Gates, who scores the 5th Diamondbacks touchdown of the night. The final, Serrano 38, Apple Valley 14. The magnitude of Apple Valley's landmark win at Serrano, the Sun Devils' 28-7 triumph. A major undertaking in the team's mission to claim the first Mojave River League football championship in school history. The last time the Sun Devils beat the Diamondbacks, today's seniors were kindergartners. The first touchdown comes when Jeff Widener benefits from Donovan Ferguson faking the handoff. Widener keeps, gets outside, and sprints into the end zone untouched. 2nd and 2. Donovan Ferguson with 7 of his 89 rushing yards on the night. Next play. Donovan Ferguson carries it in from a yard out. It is 14-0 Sun Devils. Seth Baker blocks the punt. Donovan Williams picks it up, and it's first down Sun Devils at the 11. 3rd and 10, still at the 11. 11 seconds on the clock when the play unfolds. Jeff Widener looks to his left, sees Chad Smith on the crossing pattern. The junior wide receiver is wide open, and it is 6 points, Sun Devils. It is 21-7 Apple Valley at the intermission. Donovan Ferguson caps his outstanding night's work with the 18-yard run that rounds out the score. The final, 28-7. The most skeptical Apple Valley fans over the years have felt the Sun Devils would sweep Serrano, Oak Hills, and Burroughs when hell freezes over. This frigid night in Serrano, figuratively speaking, the freezing spell arrives, and the Sun Devils reign supreme. Serrano wins the Battle of the Unbeatens, defeating Apple Valley 17-7 in a showdown for the driver's seat in the Mojave River League title bid. Nathaniel Sandoval is on the receiving end of Parker Chafee's go-ahead touchdown pass, and the junior two-way starter makes the defensive play, ending Apple Valley's final scoring bid, stripping the ball and recovering the fumble on the 1-yard line. Just over 30 seconds remaining in the half when this play begins. Parker Chafee throws for Nate Sandoval over the middle, who leaps and reaches between two defenders to pull down the touchdown pass that may prove to secure the Mojave River League championship for the Diamondbacks. It's 14-7 at halftime. The game ends with the Leighton Steinman interception. 17-7 the final. Serrano's 7th win without a loss. Jaden Max Denigal throws 5 touchdown passes and throws in a toss for a 2-point conversion in Apple Valley's 47-13 victory over Serrano. Touchdown pass recipients include Nathan Downing, who doubles at free safety and whose pass interception, ending Serrano's first possession, leads to the first touchdown of the game. That first break in the game comes when Serrano faces a 3rd and 8 at their own 37. Gavin Hambrick leads the pass rush. The scrambling Peyton Carnell throw is deflected and lands in the lap of Nathan Downing. The 6'1", 190-pound senior intercepts at midfield and runs it down to the Diamondbacks' 43. The Sun Devils begin a methodical march, alternating between quick-out passes and powerball running plays to gain entry to the red zone. This is first down at the 16. Damian Guillen darts up the middle into the secondary and tumbles ahead for a pickup of 11. From the 5, Jaden Max Denigal hits Noah Seeley. The sophomore wide receiver withstands the hit from the outside linebacker and dives to the end zone, scoring his first touchdown of his career. Noah Seeley is 5'11", 190. The touchdown pass is Jaden Max Denigal's 11th of the season. The extra point attempt is no good. 6-0 Sun Devils, 8 minutes into the game. 3 second quarter touchdowns put Apple Valley up 26-0 by halftime. Caleb Most from 2 yards out to make it 12-0. The 5'11", 180-pound senior is the team's leading scorer on the year. 7 touchdowns coming in. This his 8th. Damian Guillen's 2-yard carry accounts for the 3rd touchdown. The diminutive speedster has received a scholarship offer from Division III Greenville University in Illinois. Jaden Max Denigal's 19-yard scoring pass to Caleb Most comes with just over a minute remaining before the half. Caleb Most, coming off a scholarship offer the past week from Bethany's Terrible Swedes, the NAIA college in Kansas. How oppressive and impressive the Sun Devils' defense the first half. Dustin Reynolds' emphatic sack to end the first half pretty well summarizes Apple Valley's defensive play through the first two.
Making the sack, number 4, Dustin Reynolds. And that's the end of the first half.
Peyton Cornell has been Serrano's major offensive threat all season, and the 6-foot, 160-pound junior continues to account for the bulk of the Diamondbacks' offense this night. Peyton Cornell runs the second half kickoff back 50 yards across midfield, and 2 plays later connects with Tanner Chafee on a scoring pass of 40 yards plus to put the visitors on the scoreboard. Serrano's biggest play of the night comes on an extraordinary, incredible turn of events. Apple Valley's Gavin Hambrick sacks Peyton Cornell, the ball coming loose as the quarterback's knee touches down, but did hitting the ground cause the fumble? No whistle. As the defenders celebrate the apparent sack, Peyton Cornell alertly retrieves the ball just outside the goal line and proceeds to race the length of the field for one of the most unusual touchdowns you could ever hope to see. The Diamondbacks' second touchdown had followed Jaden Max Denigle's pitch to Gavin Hambrick on the 29-yard scoring play. Gavin Hambrick, 6'2", 220-pound, two-way starter who is bound for Boise State on a full ride. When Jaden Max Denigle hits Nathan Downing on the perfectly thrown 22-yard strike, the Sun Devils have regained all the momentum and control of the game. It is 38-13, approaching the midway mark of the fourth quarter. Jaden Max Denigle's toss to Jaira Lupepatella, and it is 40-13. Jaira Lupepatella is 6'3", 280, a junior, more often highlighted from his defensive end position. The final scoring on the night, Jaden Max Denigle's 26-yard pass to the wide-open Isaiah Ojeda. Now 15 touchdown passes on the season for the Michigan Wolverines commit, Jaden Max Denigle. The Sun Devils open defense of their Mojave the Diamondbacks 47-13, improving to 4-2 on the year. High rankings for high desert teams. Apple Valley climbs back to number 1. Silverado stays at number 2 in CIF division rankings. The Sun Devils' convincing victory at Serrano elevates Coach Matt Rohrbaugh's undefeated brigade past Quartz Hill and back to the highest ranking in CIF division 10. The Sun Devils had occupied that lofty perch in the very first ranking of the season. Speaking of Quartz Hill, those Rebels opened their season defeating the team Apple Valley meets next, Sultana. And the Sultans remain a top 10 team in their CIF division at 9 in Division 11, coming off their 33-0 trouncing of Hesperia in that rivalry game, the Battle for the Key. A Sultana upset of Apple Valley throws the Sultans into a tie for first place in the Mojave River League standings. Either Serrano or Burroughs will also be 3-1 in league. The Diamondbacks host the Burroughs Friday. Silverado clinched at least his share of their second straight Desert Sky League title by beating Victor Valley 55-28. Coach Rafael Genorio's Hawks remain ranked second in CIF Division 8. Levi Taylor and company close out their regular season slate hosting the Cougars of Granite Hills. Levi Taylor threw 6 more scoring passes against the Jackrabbits, 4 of them to the top pass receiver in the state, Tay Staples. Latavian Staples enters the final regular season game with 15 touchdown receptions. Levi Taylor leads the state in touchdown passes with 40. Defensive leaders for the Hawks include Tequil Agbana, 57. The 5'10", 265-pound junior nose guard will be out to add to his 19 tackles for a loss. 9 of those 19 have been sacks of opposing quarterbacks. Elsewhere in the Desert Sky League, Friday, the Adelanto Saints host the Barstow Aztecs in a pairing between 1 and 7 teams. Number 1 teams in their CIF divisions include Hesperia Christian, Coach Dean Dorsey's Patriots are the top-ranked 8-man team in CIF Southern Section Division II. They try to rebound from last week's 41-40 loss to Agape League frontrunners ACE when they journey to Lucerne Valley to play the winless Mustangs in the final regular season game for both schools. Adelanto uses every weapon in its offensive arsenal: the short-ranged power blast, long-range aerial barrage, and mid-range quick-hitting ground assault to overcome a blitz of penalties and lower the boom on Granite Hills, setting up a winner-takes-all showdown with Silverado for the Desert Sky League title. Angel Ochoa directs the Saints' aerial attack, this 65-yard scoring pass to Marshawn Buchanan going a big way in breaking the game open in the second quarter. 9th touchdown on the year for Marshawn Buchanan, his first as a pass receiver. 16th touchdown pass on the year for the senior signal caller, who shall add to that total as the game progresses. Granite Hills coach Alex Gonzalez puts an aggressive game plan into effect immediately. The screen pass from Tyler Caron to Kason Smith, moving the Cougars from deepest in their own territory on the opening play from scrimmage. The Granite Hills play-action short-range passing attack paying dividends in the early going. Deshaun Miner, the receiver, Adelanto's defense combines with Granite Hills' inability to finish the drives they sustain. Watch O-lineman Kevin Hoskins, 53, block down. Joaquim Allah hurdles his block and lands in the end zone with the first Adelanto touchdown. And Andre McDonald's 6-yard run gives the visitors a 19-0 lead at the half. First possession of the third quarter, Marshawn Buchanan scores his second touchdown of the night on the quick opener up the middle from 25 yards out. The premier running back trades playing against the Cougars this year for becoming a Cougar in 2020. He is a Washington State commit. The Angel Ochoa toss to Amari McCullough turns into a 40-yard touchdown that puts Adelanto up 32-0 before Granite Hills gets on the scoreboard. The final, the Saints rolling to a 47-8 win before heading into their DSL deciding game against Silverado the following week. Flashing back to the origins of the Rick Gabrielson Memorial Scholarships and Athletes of the Year.
Rick Olar was a star athlete, a superstar in high school basketball and baseball and collegiate baseball. Apple Valley's leading scorer in basketball his sophomore, junior, and senior years, all league, all 3 seasons, basketball and baseball. First team all CIF in baseball his junior and senior years, Golden League baseball most valuable player. Individual accomplishments. Yet to Rick Olar, his team and teammates came first. Overlooked in the Major League Baseball draft his senior year, he spent that day celebrating and applauding teammate Jason Thompson being drafted, never expressing his own disappointment.
His attitude was so normal, so usual, excited for Jason with his teammates and friends. Nothing about the fact that he certainly had some disappointment and questions. He wondered why.
Oklahoma State summoned with a baseball scholarship, and for 2 seasons, Rick Olar was a standout center fielder. First team All Big 8 Conference both years. Olar remains in the Oklahoma State record book, having led those Cowboys in hits, runs scored, triples, and stolen bases in 1974. The Los Angeles Dodgers took note and drafted Rick Olar. He played 6 years as a Dodger, progressing to AAA. Along the way, 1976, Rick Olar was to make a soul-searching decision. Seattle was an expansion team that year, and the Mariners sought to draft Olar from the Dodgers. Los Angeles, with an outfield of Dusty Baker, Reggie Smith, and Bill Buckner, was blunt. They did not see Rick Olar starting in that outfield. If Olar was taken by the Mariners, he would be their opening day center fielder in 1977. The Dodgers want Olar to remain, but not as a player, as a coach. Olar made a remarkable decision, opting against the certainty of fulfilling his dream to play in the major leagues His love for and loyalty to the Dodgers prevailed.
I just think it's part of the way Rick was loyal to so many different groups and entities in his life. The Dodgers were no different. They got the usual Rick Olar, Rick Gabrielson treatment of you treat me right, I won't forget you, and he just wanted to stay with them.
Olar coached and managed in the Dodgers minor league system 6 more years. While managing in Reno, Olar came across a former high school teammate and best friend.
Got a lot of good memories with Rick. He was one of my best friends, and just a lot of good times. When I was living up in Reno, he used to coach for the Dodgers, and he used to bring the team up, and used to have quite a bit of fun.
That's how many of us remember Rick Olar, first and foremost, as a friend.
The thing I remember most about Rick was his friendship. That's all I can say.
Olar's next career-changing decision came in the mid-'80s. He fell in love, longed for the stability of a family life, and left professional baseball. Rick Olar proposed marriage to Cecilia in 1985 and struggled with another profound decision. He disdained the name Olar, that of his abusive stepfather, and wanted to honor the Gabrielsons, the couple that had taken him in as their own son back when he was a sophomore in high school. On the eve of his wedding, Rick Olar underwent the name change to Rick Gabrielson.
Rick did not come from a privileged background. There were a lot of things that he overcame, and maybe that's what made him such a tough competitor. Maybe that's what made Rick a winner, is that his background wasn't always easy, and he overcame a lot.
Where did he choose to begin coaching? Now on the high school level? Apple Valley. And for 8 years he coached the Sun Devils to league championships. He and Cease's family grew with Katie, Ricky, and Joy. In the spring of 1994, gardening in his backyard, Rick Gabrielson suffered an insect bite. The severe allergic reaction was swift and fatal.
I felt that I had lost my best friend, a close brother, I guess, if you want to put it in those kind of terms, just simply because of the amount of time that we spent with one another, and he left a big void in my heart when he left.
In the immediate aftermath of Rick's sudden death, Dick Sowers and Bob Slough founded the Rick Gabrielson Memorial Foundation.
Our attempt here is to try to create something to honor the Victor Valley athletes and also to honor the legacy of Rick Gabrielson.
The baseball field at Apple Valley High School was named in honor of Rick. The first Gabrielson Memorial Scholarships were awarded.
The program evolved from 1994 into the early 2000s to become the Athlete of the Year program that it is today, because we thought that the style of this fellow and the way he lived his life and the way he played sports was conducive to creating a comprehensive Athlete of the Year program in the greater high desert.
Gabrielson Award winners read like a who's who of the Victor Valley's greatest athletes. Jason Vargas, Seattle Mariners starting pitcher. Corin Tarver, setting cross-country and steeplechase records at Arizona State University. Bryce Quigley, starting tight end at San Diego State in 2010, his freshman year. B.B. Bates, leading UCLA to the national championship in 2010, her freshman year. The annual Rick Gabrielson Charity Golf Tournament is the foundation's only fundraiser. Golf, yes, and a reunion.
That's what I think about every time I come down here, is playing with Rick. Half the people here don't even know his name was Olar.
It warms my heart. It keeps my late husband's name alive, not only for me, but for our children, which they keep him alive. And, you know, Rick was about integrity, and Rick was about fun, loving, and all of this is just that.
It's so wonderful to be a part of this because there's so much love and there's so much respect and there's so much fun. It's a day that everybody looks forward to, and it's just nice to see all the support for my family.
Rick Gabrielson excelled. He was honorable. We honor him. And his legacy lives on. committed to the ages through the Rick Gabrielson Memorial Foundation awards and scholarships, and the athletes who receive them.
That will wrap it up on this edition of your High Desert Sports Report. On behalf of Victor Valley TV and Video Sports Productions, thank you for watching.